what my presentation is going to be about is the 7 strategies, John Munro's 7 high reliability strategies, and how we've incorporated that into a numeracy session. So perhaps I could start with the guiding principles for all lessons that Peter actually went through the early stages of our PD that we've had with him. And the first one, find out what the students know and don't know, make explicit to students your goals for their learning, have most of the class working beyond their current levels of understanding, communicate to students that you believe they can learn and expect they will learn, and feedback also. So, you know, what am I meant to be doing? How am I going? Where am I going with this? Okay, so keeping that in mind, okay, the comparison with the 7 high reliability strategies. The 7 strategies that we've looked at with John Munro was getting knowledge ready, learn the vocab, read aloud, paraphrase the text, say questions the text answers, and summarise the text, and the final one being review. And we said that that all fits in nicely in literacy, but are we able to, under those same headings, use those headings in our numeracy sessions, and how will it go? Are we going to help the students with the learning, or, you know, is it just something that's really just stuff that you can do in literacy? Okay. All right, under getting knowledge ready, we thought that, you know, find out what the students know and don't know, make explicit to students your goals for their learning. So and in the next slide I'll actually show you how we thought we could do that in the numeracy session. If we were to look at our, you know, the way that we're teaching numeracy at the moment, are there activities that we cover within the first few minutes that actually fits under that umbrella? And this is something we did with our staff. You know, under this heading, what is it that we do in our math sessions that would fit in nicely under getting the knowledge ready? You know, how can we prepare our students to work out or work with the focus that the teacher has come up for that lesson? So the next one was learning the vocab. For the maths session that you're actually planning to take, are there words that you need to teach the students, and how are you going to do that? Can you actually do it like a word splash that, you know, we often do in the literacy session? How are we going to prepare our students so that they have an understanding of the vocab that we're going to introduce to them, or even to understand what level their vocab, their understanding is? Read aloud. Well, is there a component in the math session that the students are actually reading aloud some things or thinking aloud? Paraphrase the text. Is there an opportunity in the lesson where the students are able to show their understanding by rephrasing the question? Is there an opportunity where they can, you know, chat with the person next to them, like a think, pair, share, where they're pairing up with a partner and perhaps rephrasing what the question is asking them? And also we've included in there the correct modelling of the language, so that could be done with the teacher actually rephrasing some of the things that they hope to cover throughout the lesson. So that could be within a group situation, that could be a one-on-one when you're, you know, roaming around the grade. Could we get the students to say the questions the text answers? So it could be things like, if you're doing a unit on, I don't know, length, perhaps, could they come up with questions that they'd like to have answered by the end of the session? It could be something like, are there things in this room that's longer than my pencil? So any other question that the students can actually come up with. So if you've told them the focus for the lesson, are there questions that they could come up around, you know, strategies, addition strategies, or area, or, you know, anything else that you had in mind? So that could be a session on its own where students develop questions for themselves.